What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real by Helm Time 49ers podcast. So I'm your host, JT, and my co-host, my dad.
Hello there.
So first, let's start with the injury reports. And one big one, Brock Purdy is questionable. We all know how well he played last game.
Yeah.
And I don't want Josh Johnson to play.
Hey, we keep getting better. We go from Lance to Jimmy G to the third stringer, Purdy, Josh Johnson number 4. We actually should be getting better and better. Josh Johnson should be the best quarterback out of all these. It seems like we've been improving. The further we go down the depth chart, the better the quarterbacks become. It's kind of strange, huh?
Well, let's not risk it.
Yeah. It's funny how Brock Purdy, last pick of the draft, is the most important player for us right now. Of course, he's quarterback, so yeah, but
he's a legend in the making.
Right now, yes, I agree. It's a great story.
He's questionable with an oblique injury. Day
Yeah.
to day. This is a game time decision, I think.
Yeah, they said oblique, kind of like ribs. So some people, like when Steve Young had a rib injury, he would wear a special thing called a flak jacket that would protect his ribs from hits. I wonder if they might give that to him.
How come all quarterbacks don't do that?
That's because I think it kind of prohibits their movement. They can't move as well, can't turn as well, because they have the extra stuff on there that they're wearing.
But how come Steve Young wore it, but he's such a great runner?
Well, maybe that was back in the day. This was later on in his career. I think his ribs got injured. So just to keep playing, be able to play without much pain from hits, he had to wear a flak jacket. I remember that. But I wonder if they might give that to him, or, I read that they said that they did not think it was going to get any worse if he plays, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because if he gets hit in the same place, I think it would get worse, but they said it wasn't going to get worse. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a big part for the team now, our quarterback. Who else on the list?
Kerry Hyder is questionable with an ankle. And same for Ambry Thomas, exact same. Questionable and ankle.
Okay. Yeah. So
we're kind of running out on defensive line depth. So we might need Kerry Hyder.
Yeah.
And a revenge game for Kerry Hyder too.
Oh yeah, that's totally true. Coming back to Seattle, where he did terribly.
He did terribly?
He didn't do well, yeah. Compared to where he had with us that year, no.
Okay,
he was disappointment.
I wouldn't think he'd do as good as in 2020 for the Seahawks. But do you think Josh Johnson will play?
Yeah, well, if, like you said, if Brock Purdy plays, then Josh Johnson will. If there's a blowout again, then maybe, yeah. There could be situations where Josh Johnson does play. To start, I don't think he'll start. I think Brock Purdy, from what I've been hearing, that Brock Purdy seems to be okay and not feeling too bad. I think they will. It is tough because this is a short week. 4 days turnaround to another game. Playing away also.
Do you think they'd make a team play a game on Monday and then play on Thursday?
I know, that would be the worst turnaround.
And you also have to go to a different city and state.
Yeah, go across country.
Imagine you start at Levi Stadium and you have to go to like Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. Or how about you have a Thursday night game, and then
you have to go to Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, you go to Germany. On the Thursday night game, then you have a Saturday game too.
What? What do you mean Saturday game? That's the same week then.
Well, we have Sunday and a Thursday. It's the same. Monday and Thursday is the same week too. So a Friday, Saturday, same week also. But that's the shortest time. Right now we're gonna have Saturday games pretty soon. So the NFL does take over Saturdays later in the year, like soon. So no, I don't think Josh Johnson will play. I do think Brock Purdy has a good chance of playing.
to oblique injuries a few days, so I think he should be able to play.
A mild type of.
Just hope he doesn't get hit too hard.
Yeah.
You see what happened to Mike White?
Yeah, I just saw that today. Oh my God, the guy got folded
by Ed Oliver.
Oh my God, he was like his chin almost touched his toes. It was like, oh, he got sandwiched. Oh my God.
Folded Reese pieces.
Is he like out for a while? I mean, that dude needs a flak jacket.
Well, I don't know. He was holding his chest.
Because he hit him real low, chest, stomach, right around the area. That's where his ribs are too, right? So, oh man, he looked like he was in pain afterwards. He was screaming. I saw him on the ground.
Yeah.
He was like, ah! I could just see his mouth. He was not feeling too good.
Were they going to put Zach Wilson? Actually, no. Joe Flacco was the replacement.
Yeah, possibly.
How is Joe Flacco still in the NFL?
He's adequate backup. Let's just say that. Everybody wants a veteran as a backup.
Josh Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's tons of veterans out there.
Parents, the back of Brock Purdy, what a veteran.
Well, see, that's not the best case. Because you want somebody to have some experience.
Next up, guys, I want to tell you a 1-on-1 matchup. Brandon Aiyuk versus Tariq that could happen. Tariq has 6 interceptions. Aiyuk the best season of his career. It would be Debo versus Tariq Woolen, though. Of course, Debo got injured.
Yeah. Like we talked about, I don't know how they play their corners, if they'll be on man on Aiyuk the whole time, or they like to stay on their side. But yeah, Tariq Woolen, the rookie, is having one heck of a year, and he's a big corner too. So their pass defense, Seattle's pass defense is pretty good. So it might be. I don't want to discount Brock Purdy's skills, because he's been amazing. So I won't say that we cannot pass on Seattle. Purdy has found the open man and has, bought time with his legs, and so.
Do you think they'll blitz a lot?
It didn't work in the last 2 games, blitzing Purdy. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they're still going to try and rattle him and blitz him. Maybe not as much though, because it seems like Purdy does pretty well against the blitz. So they might not do it as much. Instead of sending 2 people for a blitz, maybe just 1 now and then.
Yeah. But do you think the 49er fans will take over the Seahawks Stadium? One of the loudest stadiums in the NFL.
Well, the 49er faithful travel very well. And this year especially, I've seen, right? The 49er red, taking over Carolina or Chicago or, of course, SoFi.
Yeah.
Almost every game. So why not Seattle, right? Why can't we take that over? It would be awesome. I could say maybe half will be 49er fans. I hope we can get that high. Yeah. And that will lessen the crowd noise if we have Niner fans staying quiet when we're on offense. That'll be a big win for us.
Except for the Seahawks fans.
Yeah, but that's only half the stadium screaming now. Even less than half. Yeah.
And if the 49ers lose, they won't secure the division.
But if they win, they will secure the division. Yes, this game is important for sure. We will lock in the NFC West division championship. So that's very important. So this game is important in that sense. Of course, Seattle is our nemesis, so beating them anytime would be great.
Kept beating us, but we finally beat them.
Yeah. So So, yeah, especially at their house. You know, if if we can beat Seattle and the Cardinals next, the last game of the season, we would have swept the NFC West. Wouldn't that be cool? We would never have lost to any of the NFC West teams, right?
If we beat the Cardinals?
If you beat the Seattle Seahawks now, tomorrow, and then beat the Cardinals in the last game of the season, we will have won every single game against NFC West teams. Yeah. It would have been awesome. My God.
I forgot about the Cardinals.
Yeah, most people forget about the Cardinals.
I just remember them.
I mean, Kyler Murray just had a torn ACL. He is out for the year.
And a lot of next year.
Yeah, that's true. It's late, so he might be back for week 1, but he will miss all the OTAs. And you know how much practice he needs.
You can't be on the phone, Kyler.
Yeah, or playing Xbox.
Let's go to the best players now. We're predicting this, really. So, I think Jordan Mason will do well. And for defense, Eric Armstead. I sent a breakout game for Jordan Mason. And for Eric Armstead, he will be important for stopping the run game because Kenneth Walker is back.
Yeah, he's not limited. He was a full participant in practice, I believe, right?
Yeah.
That's too bad. He is a very good runner, but we have a very good defense, especially against the run, right? So, yeah, we have one of the best run defenses. I like your players. I love Jordan Mason, right?
Everyone does.
We liked him early on, right? We saw it. I think a lot of people did see it, you know. It was apparent. And even though he was an undrafted free agent, I wanted to keep him for sure. I was happy that they did. Surprised Trey Sermon was left out of the whole thing too, but Jordan Mason was the better running back, and it shows now that he has a chance to prove it and play a good amount of time. For me, my best player, one from offense, one from defense. My offensive player, it's almost Mr. Obvious, CMC. I mean, he looked fantastic last week. He looked just as good as he did with that Rams game. It seemed like he kind of slowed down in the games in between that, and he kind of lost the little quickness he had. And I saw it here. Plus, probably the offensive line is blocking a little bit better too for him. So he's gotten those little holes, and he's made the most out of it. So, and you know, Seattle has a very poor run defense.
4.6 yards.
Yeah, they give him 4.6 yards per carry on average this season. So we should be feasting on that. So you're Jordan Mason, my CMC. We should be running the ball very well. The other person on the other side of the ball that I'm choosing is Fred Warner. Our linebackers have been playing lights out. Greenlaw has been amazing, right? He's almost looked better than Fred Warner. But Fred Warner will come back. He'll make some big plays too. I can see that. Stopping Kenneth Walker, like you were saying, one of their biggest offensive weapons, I'd say, this coming week. So those are my two players.
Last thing, we'll see if Nick Bosa can beat Matthew Judon in the sack race. They are now tied with 14.5 sacks. So we'll see if Nick Bosa gets sacked Geno Smith and get 2 like last time.
Yeah. Matthew Judon ended up tying him, right? Oh, my God.
Lucky season, a Robert Quinn season of last year.
Robert Quinn? What did he do?
He got a lot of sacks last year. I don't remember how many, but more than 15.5 from Bosa last year. And he's now like the top 20 in sacks, so...
Yeah. I was surprised Judon got some more sacks. I thought he was getting real lucky. But I think Nick Bosa will have a very good game. I mean, he should have sacked Tom Brady. That guy's a statue last week. He should have been able to.
He was so close, but then he just like throws it up and doesn't count as a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I think Nick Bosa is going to be hungry to fix that what he had last week, which was 0 sacks.
First time I've ever seen that.
I think he'll be hungry to get some sacks, and I'm hoping for 2 sacks.
Speaking of hungry, Eric Armstead. Any
Yeah.
sacks?
I hope.
I would say a sack.
Has he had a sack yet this season?
Nope.
Yeah, I want to see that tummy rubbing. I want to see it. Totally.
And by the way, guys, if the 49ers win the Super Bowl, we'll show our faces only one time. I don't want to act like a dream. But, yeah. Well, that wraps up for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. And goodbye.